Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Families of the victims killed in Uvalde will have a chance to watch the full-length video from inside Robb Elementary. Good morning, I'm Jonathan Cotto. Coming up on GMSA, we'll tell you what we know.
Plus, could we see the corpse flower bloom at the San Antonio Zoo? A look at when it could happen.
Hey, let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. 75 degrees to start your Sunday morning. How hot will it get today? And when will we see rain? Will we see rain? It's a big question. Good morning. It is 6 o'clock. It is Sunday, July 17th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. So yesterday, you were out and about, walking around. Did you enjoy the heat? How does this work?
I went to the Pearl for lunch, and it was... But I had to park on Saturday. You know, the parking at the Pearl on the Saturday. It's a madhouse. So I, trekked. I got all like 10,000 steps in.
Nice.
But the heat was
Did you start sweating from the car to the restaurant?
Immediately.
Immediately.
Like you open the car door and you're like, I'm just going to embrace the sweat.
So I got to ask, Justin, did we hit triple digits? I know it's a mental thing, but...
We did, just barely. So we had one day, right, where we haven't hit triple digits, and that was, Friday? So here we are again, back in the triple digits, and the 7-day forecast is...
Not kind.
No, a lot of numbers. We're just kind of stuck in this pattern for now. 100 degrees yesterday, 101 Pleasanton, 101 Hondo. A lot of 90s in the whole country. It was hot. It wasn't that humid at least, so there's that. But we will see a little bit more humidity, at least this morning. 100 degrees days this year, 37 now. We just keep adding to the totals. We're closing in on third place now, 41. That was set back in 2013. We're going to get there. I'm pretty confident of that. The question is, will we beat one of these other records set in 2011 and 2009? We're certainly on pace to do that. And here's what's ahead as we look at the headlines. A degree or two hotter today than yesterday. Saharan Dust thickens. You're going to really notice that today. That's causing some issues out there. And then next week, there's too many numbers in the 7-day. I mentioned that. It gets even hotter, if you can imagine that. So, yes, the high temperature is going to look pretty similar to this today, maybe a degree or two warmer. We'll talk more about that, plus the dust, plus the tropics. What is going on there? We're going to see any development news on that in just a bit, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Top story this morning. In just a few hours, the families of the victims in Uvalde will see the video from inside Robb Elementary on the day of the shooting.
Our Jonathan Cotto is staying on top of this developing story. He joins us live. Jonathan, what can you tell us about the video they will be seeing?
Max and Sarah, we know the families of the victims will see this video privately at 2 o'clock this afternoon, but what are they going to see in that video? We do know that the video will not have any audio. Also, it will show the moment the gunman enters the classroom to the moment the door is breached by law enforcement. Now, later this afternoon at 4, a press conference will be held at the Civic Center. At that time, the video will be officially released. This all comes just days after the Austin American-Statesman released video and audio unexpectedly. Now, we know that early release has received major backlash, and many of the families say they feel blindsided. Now, of course, this is going to be a story that we're going to continue to follow closely. We're going to have a crew in Uvalde. You can keep up with the latest online and on air. Make sure to head over to KSAT.com for the very latest. Reporting live, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. New this morning, a man behind bars after Bexar County deputies say they discovered more than $100,000 worth of meth during a traffic stop. So take a look. 41-year-old Kevin Sauls, who you see here, he is now facing possession charges, pulled over Friday near I-35. Deputies say they found more than 23 pounds of meth. They say that street value is around $120,000.
A youth basketball coach is in jail this morning without bond after San Antonio police arrested him for being around children without disclosing he was a registered sex offender. 34-year-old Carlos Castillo is facing 2 felony charges. Court records show police were first made aware of Castillo's coaching position with the Texas flight team by parents of players. He went on out-of-town trips with the team where one parent claims he was allegedly grooming the boys and asking for goodnight kisses. Castillo admitted to police he didn't inform his probation officer of the position because he was afraid of hearing the answer no.
One of the top stories on KSAT.com this morning, skeletal remains found in Bandera have been identified as a woman who was last seen last month. Bandera County Chief Deputy Matt King telling the Bandera Bulletin newspaper this week the remains belong to 33-year-old Brittany McMahon. Right now, her cause of death is pending results of an autopsy. McMahon was last seen June 19th off of Old Loop 173.
Well, this summer's heat has pushed temperatures in some Texas prisons up to 100 degrees without air conditioning. A new report says many inmates fear dying or falling severely ill from the hot weather and believe actions taken by officials to mitigate the dangerous conditions should continue to fall short.
Topping your morning headlines, 37-year-old Bobby East, a three-time U.S. Auto Club national champion driver. He is dead after being stabbed this week at a Southern California gas station. The suspect, Trent William Millsap, shot and killed in Anaheim, and it happened as officers were trying to arrest him. Police say they still have no motive for the stabbing, and the investigation into both men's deaths still ongoing.
The U.S. is approaching 1,500 cases of monkeypox nationwide, and the CDC is expecting those numbers to continue to climb throughout this weekend. According to the agency's Friday update, New York had the most cases with 489 cases of monkeypox. 3 pop-up mass monkeypox vaccination sites will open to the public later today in New York City.
And we have new video this morning of the aftermath of that dust storm in Montana. And that dust storm ended with a deadly 21 vehicle pileup. The Montana Highway Patrol says at least 6 people killed in the crash. Still unclear how many more were injured. One driver who drove by this crash said visibility was clearly very poor and it was scary. Now, interstate travel was detoured. The interstate in Montana now back open.
A heat wave in Spain has sparked forest fires and caused at least 237 deaths in its first week. That number is expected to rise along with high temperatures. After the second warmest June on record, Western Europe is facing its second dangerous heat wave of the summer. Spain's health ministry recorded 829 deaths related to the heat for the month of June.
Well, back here in the United States, a new lawsuit claims that Skittles are unsafe to eat. Someone in California filing a lawsuit in federal court against the candy maker Mars. Now, this suit claims that Skittles are made with a known toxin called titanium dioxide, and titanium dioxide is unfit for human consumption. So back in 2016, the candy company Mars said that they had actually been planning on getting rid of the chemical compound from all their products, but this lawsuit claims that is still being used in Skittles today. Time now, just about 6:08, 75 degrees out.
Still ahead on GMSA, summer food truck season. It's here, and we'll tell you when and where you can enjoy the next food truck party in the next couple of minutes.
All right, I'm just going to let you take this story because I know that this is all you've been talking about for the last week.
Deal, Max.
It's a big flower.
The corpse flower, that's what we're talking about. It's close to full bloom when those petals you can see will finally open up, and it's because it's going to stink. That's how they know it's going to open up. It's starting to stink. We're going to let you know what the zoo is saying about it after the break.
So are we calling that like La Llorona?
La Llorona.
La Llorona. Got it. All right, taking a live look out there. Only 75 now, so it's the same thing we've been saying. If you have things to do them early. If you want to go to the Pearl, go to the farmer's market, go early because it's going to be hot. We're going to check in with Justin Horn in just a bit. Good morning and welcome back. So this is Sarah Costa's favorite story of the month. This morning could be days, hours, maybe even minutes away from seeing the corpse flower bloom. So take a look.
This is a flower at its temporary home, the San Antonio Zoo. The community has recently named the flower La Llorona after all of my nightmares growing up, a legend of Mexico folklore. Zoo staff says the flower is starting to smell like, quote, wet trash. Or like I said, carnival trash.
You said carnival trash.
According to visitors. But it's unclear when it will bloom. When it does, it could last up to 4 days. To watch this live stream at home, head to KSAT.com for the link. This is really cool. These are very rare flowers. They only bloom every several, years, every 7 to 10 years. So
I also want to talk about Jonathan Cotto's live shot from last weekend. We had someone propose in front of the flower.
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
I guess so. All right, headed to KSAT.com. It is almost time for a food truck party downtown on Houston Street. So every first and third Thursday of the month, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So hopefully it's not too hot out there. You can enjoy food from local small businesses right in front of the Majestic Theater. Past food trucks. Ooh. KC Global subs, Dip Shack, so much more. The event does not require any entry fee, and it is open to the public. So I guess the question is, Justin, I kind of alluded to it, hopefully 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., not too hot out there. What are we looking like? I can't even get a straight face from you.
Very optimistic of you, man.
Yeah, I'm trying out here.
Level of skepticism I hear over there. Look, we're used to it now. It is going to be hot. There's just no two ways around it. But that period is probably, not as horrible as it could be. Temperatures will probably be in the 90s at that point. So just be careful.
Optimistic view.
Yeah, you got to be these days. A little bit of optimism helps. I want to take you guys back to 1987 on kind of a sadder note here. This is
great year.
The birthday year. Yeah, we want to take you back to this day in weather history, the Guadalupe River flood. They had 11 inches of rain near Hunt on this day back in 1987. The Guadalupe River rose 29 feet. And if you remember this, there was a church camp bus that got caught in the floodwaters. And sadly, there were 10 deaths, 33 injured. It was heavily covered here in San Antonio. It was around Comfort that this happened. But it goes to show you that this time of year we can get these kind of floods. Certainly not in the forecast for us going forward. We're not getting any rain like that. But back in 1987, a very busy year flood-wise. As we look at what's going on here now locally, no rain, but we do have a chance for some Saharan dust today. It's going to start building in. By 7 o'clock tonight, we're going to see some of those greater concentrations moving across San Antonio. So you're really going to notice the haze, and it may cause some allergy issues. It tends to do that for some of us as it thickens up a little bit and moves through. And then by Monday evening, this should start to go away. And Tuesday, we'll see it pretty much dissipate. So this is just kind of a 1 to 2 day thing, which is great because sometimes these can hang around for a while. But really just today, and we'll see what the sunrise looks like because with this dust in the atmosphere, you can get some great colors in the sunrises and sunsets. 77 degrees right now, 66 the dew point, southerly winds at about 5 miles per hour. 73 Rock Springs, 73 in Uvalde, still in the 80s around Del Rio, 81 degrees there, 78 in Gonzales, 72 Pleasanton, 70s for the most part here in Bexar County at this hour, and dew points in the 60s. So these numbers aren't really as bad as they could be, and you'll see these numbers drop this afternoon into the 50s. So that means there's not really much of a heat index. Yes, we get up to around 100, but it'll feel like 100. The heat index just won't be there. It helps a little bit. Every little bit helps at this point. KSAT 12-hour forecast, 80 degrees by 9 o'clock. We're going to call for clear skies this morning, 95 by 1 o'clock. Then we're up around 101 for a high. Mostly sunny this afternoon. Southeasterly winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. What's going on in the tropics? Absolutely nothing. There's nothing there. And this is kind of interesting because we expected to have an above average season. We're still very much in La Nina, which tends to bring out more activity in the Atlantic, but it's just not there. And as we look at the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean, these are areas that we typically would see some development. This is a July tropical development where we typically see things develop. And usually it's out here in the Atlantic or in the Gulf of Mexico, but there just has not been much there at all. The water temperatures are certainly plenty warm. We've got the water temperatures in the 80s. So if anything does form, there's plenty of energy to work with. We've just got to get a wave or a system to develop first. And again, it just hasn't been there. We've been through 3 names: Alex, Bonnie, and Colin. Danielle, Earl, and Fiona are next in line, followed by Gaston. I feel like we've had a Disney theme last couple of years. If you remember last year, we had Elsa and Anna. Now we have Gaston, which is from
Fiona from Shrek. Come on.
Fiona from Shrek, yes, but Gaston's from Beauty and the Beast, right?
Oh.
So there you go. There's your list of names. We have not gone much deeper than the sea name there. So as we look at the extended forecast, some Saharan dust Sunday, today, tomorrow, and then we up the temperatures, guys. Some potentially record-breaking heat by Wednesday and Thursday. We've been down this road before. Nothing too surprising, but I think July is going to go down in the books as the hottest July on record after the hottest May and hottest June on record.
Another one.
Let's hope August brings some relief.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah.
Time now, 6:17, 75 degrees out.
Still ahead on GMSA, a jewelry heist that's almost straight out of a movie. We have those details next.
It's like Ocean's 14. And this is actually a crazy situation we've been monitoring for the last couple months. Rental car company Hertz getting sued, so renters of their vehicles, they're getting arrested for seemingly unknown reasons. We're going to explain next. We Good morning and welcome back. So this morning, we have the latest on that Hertz situation. Nearly 50 Hertz customers accusing the company of having them wrongly arrested for allegedly stealing rental cars. So 47 people filing a lawsuit in Delaware, and they're claiming systematic flaws in Hertz reporting of thefts, not recording rental extensions, and falsely claiming the customers didn't pay. Now, they also accuse the company of failing to track its own vehicle inventory and failing to correct false reports to the police. Plaintiffs say the practices by Hertz actually led to horrific situations, including arrests at gunpoint and even jail time.
Well, this story is almost straight out of a Hollywood movie. Millions of dollars worth of jewelry on its way to a jewelry and gem show in California was stolen from an armored truck in northern LA. The trade show's manager says about 24 lockers were stolen from the armored vehicle last Monday. The FBI says it's working with the LA County Sheriff's Department on this case, but the jewelers haven't been able to get a straight answer from Brinks on what exactly happened. $100 million worth.
Interesting.
Wow.
Very interesting. Time now, just about 6:22, 75 degrees out. Let's go. So yesterday, we talked about the Summer League, and I said, didn't care about a win because it's all about player development, but it feels so good to have a win. We're going to explain after the break. Good morning, welcome back, and go Spurs, go. So San Antonio Spurs closing out, look at me, I'm all smiles because we got to win. Closing out the Vegas Summer League with a win over the Grizz. Take a look. Ooh, first quarter, Sasha Stefanovic with the three. We're tied at 15. Moments later, Stefanovic again feeding Josh Carlton a dunk, 17-all. Memphis led 22-17 after one. Second quarter, Stefanovic again, baseline finding DJ Stewart for the three. Spurs led 40-36. Blake Wesley, first round pick, triple try, good, 47-all. That is your halftime score. Wesley only 2 of 11 for the first half, but don't worry, it gets better. So let's go. Check out this guy.
Nice.
This is me. Bear costume all day. Got to thank the TV time, the ESPN. All right, third quarter, Malachi Branham, board and slam, making it 56-52 San Antonio. They would lead 68-59 after three. Fourth quarter, Silver and Black down 3. Branham makes it 3. Moments later, Robert Woodard steal and, wait for it again, Malachi, quick easy layup. Spurs lead 84-82, closing seconds. Oof, Memphis try to tie it with a 3. Dakota Mathias missing it, and Spurs win 90-87.
And it felt good. It felt good. You know, we got a good group of guys, but, you know, we would always just finish the game kind of slow a little bit and have other teams come back. So it felt good to, you know, get the win.
It was a lot. I'm just blessed to be in this opportunity, blessed to play for the Spurs, blessed to play with Malachi, all the guys that was on the Spurs. It was fun. I enjoyed it. We won a game, so we was 0-4 coming in, so we had to leave Summer League with a win.
Left Summer League with a win, and shouts to Keldon Johnson. 4-year extension, staying in San Antonio. So very excited about this team.
Love to hear that. Go Spurs, go.
All right, 6:27, 75 degrees out.
Well, still ahead on GMSA at 6:30, families of the victims in Uvalde will officially be shown that hallway video later today. The full details coming up.
And a priest working overtime trying to help heal the community of Uvalde in the time of grief. How he's been helping since day one of the tragedy. We're going to explain. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. It is 6:30 this morning. It is July 17th. Thank you so much for joining us. So a few weeks back when we started getting into these triple-digit days, you threw out the idea of mall walking.
Yes.
Have you started your mall walking ventures?
I went a couple weeks ago during the day.
Okay, did you make friends?
No, because I was like, oh, there's too many people here right now. I need to come early in the morning or like
Did
right
you
before.
get your steps in, though?
I did.
And you avoided the heat?
And I did. And it was, I'm telling you, mall walkers, they're onto something. They're smart.
All right, so Justin, how long is Sarah going to have to be mall walking for to avoid this heat?
Correct form, by the way.
Yeah.
I want to see it. It's important. A while longer. I mean, we got to get through August and September, right? We know that our hottest temperature ever here in San Antonio was in September. So we've got a ways to go. This summer has been nothing short of brutal. Aquifer is up, though. This is good news. We had a couple of rain showers, obviously, last 2 or 3 days, and that helped some. The aquifer is up 1.4 to 633.9. Still not in great shape, but it did jump up some. Pollen count, this is yesterday's number, Moulds were high at 3,740. Add on to that the fact that we have some dust in the atmosphere and it may be causing you a few issues. That Saharan dust making its way through South Texas at this point. As we look at temperatures around the area, 77 degrees at the airport, 72 Kerrville, 73 in Rock Springs. A lot of 70s on the map this morning. It's a warm start, but not too bad if you want to get out for the morning run. Now's a good time. 78 Canyon Lake, 75 right now in New Braunfels. Here's the forecast for today. 101 here in San Antonio. We were at 100 yesterday, so we tack on a degree. Thankfully, not a lot of humidity today, so that'll help some with the heat index. But 102 Somerset, 103 Elmendorf, 102 in Hondo, 102 in Uvalde. And believe it or not, you probably do believe it at this point, we're going to have some even hotter temperatures ahead. We're venturing back into some record territory. We'll explain that, show you your 7-day forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Guys?
Thank you, Justin. Top story this morning. In just a few hours, the families of those killed in Uvalde will see the hallway video from inside Robb Elementary.
Jonathan Cotto staying on top of this developing story. Jonathan joining us live. So what can you tell us about this video that they're going to be seeing?
Max, well, we know the families of the victims in Uvalde will be seeing that video privately this afternoon at 2 o'clock. But what will they be watching? Well, we know that video will have no audio, so that's very important to mention. Also, it will show from the moment the gunman enters the classroom to the moment the door is breached by law enforcement. Now, later this afternoon at 4, a press conference will be held at the Civic Center. At that time, the video will be officially released. This all comes just days after the Austin American Statement released video and audio unexpectedly. That early release has received major backlash, and many of the families say they feel blindsided. Now, this is a story that we are definitely going to continue to follow closely. We will have a crew in Uvalde later this afternoon, so make sure to follow our later newscast on air and online at KSAT.com. Reporting live, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Zero hesitation. That was the message of the city of Uvalde for its law enforcement response to the shooting. During the Uvalde school massacre, they said there was zero hesitation.
In a document titled The Narrative, a summary and explanation of events was written and presented by Uvalde officials during a June 2nd meeting with DPS just a little over a week after that mass shooting. So that document obtained by KSAT shows Uvalde city officials attempting to lay out their own version of their law enforcement response, which is still under intense scrutiny. To remind you, it took law enforcement 77 minutes to bring down the shooter.
Some notable passages from this document read, quote, 40 minutes was not wasted, but each minute was used to save lives of children and teachers, end quote. The shooter would have had, quote, free range on the school, end quote, if it wasn't for Uvalde police immediately being on the scene. Now, the document also states that not a single officer present, including DPS troopers and Texas Rangers, believed that they could have saved lives by approaching that door and, quote, being killed one by one.
Well, on the day of the Robb Elementary shooting, Father Matthew De Leon, a priest in a neighboring Sabinal and dean of the Uvalde Deanery, responded immediately, meeting with children and their families at the hospital. Father De Leon stepped in to help in Uvalde because the Sacred Heart Catholic Church's priest was away at that time. That work hasn't continued in many ways. At Sacred Heart, there are grief counselors, financial assistance, housing assistance, anything that the community could need. On the day of President Biden's visit to Uvalde, Father De Leon helped Sacred Heart host a community mass to pray for the victims and survivors. People describe the church as the community's heart, a heart that's broken but working to heal.
Though we experience these difficult and sometimes unimaginably difficult moments, that helping each other get through it is what helps us to heal.
The resources at the church are in addition to resources available at the Uvalde Together Resiliency Center. We have details on what's offered there on our website.
New this morning, 2 people hurt after an overnight crash. This all happened just after 2:30 this morning. This is Callahan Road in Evers. Now, San Antonio police on the scene telling us a woman ran a red light, crashed into another vehicle, causing it to roll several times. Now, the passenger rushed to the hospital at last check in critical condition. The driver somehow only suffering a broken leg. Now, the woman says, the woman who police say caused the crash, she is now in police custody. And this morning, a mother who lost her son getting to hear his heartbeat once again.
He was an organ donor, and now she's getting to see his legacy live on in others. Here's Whit Johnson with the story.
For a grieving mother who lost her son, this was a special gift.
Oh my gosh, now I'm nervous.
It's okay. Kashanta Scott listening carefully with a stethoscope. And then she hears it, the beating heart of her late son in the chest of its recipient. It's been nearly 3 years since her son, Jay Sean, died in a tragic car accident at 17.
Jay Sean was loving. He was caring. Oh, my baby. It was just like amazing. Yes, he's there. He's there. I finally get to hear my baby's heartbeat. That was just like the best feeling ever. I'm getting chills right now. It was just, it gave me a little bit of closure.
Jay Sean elected to become an organ donor at just 13, his organs saving the lives of 5 people, including Ryan McGill, whose heart was badly damaged due to muscular dystrophy.
It was very emotional. It was nice to thank her for following through with his wishes.
Now, 2 lives restored, and for Kashanta, a few more precious moments to feel closer to her son.
Even though you may feel like, oh, my life is over because I lost my child, my son, you can still move on. Thank you so much. Just knowing that your loved one's legacy is living on.
That was Whit Johnson reporting. So the city of San Antonio's Workforce Initiative, Ready to Work SA, they've received a grant for almost $3 million from the U.S. Department of Labor. This morning on Leading SA at 8 a.m., we are set to be joined by one of the leaders of the program. We're going to be talking about the progress we've seen in the program, the purpose of it, the importance of the grant, and what comes next. So make sure to join us this morning, 8 a.m., for our full conversation. Time now just about 6:39, 75 degrees out.
Well, still ahead on GMSA, Halloween is still months away.
Oh my goodness.
But Home Depot is wasting no time getting ready with their 12-foot tall giant skeleton. Remember, these were like sold out and people couldn't get them? Well, we're going to let you know how you can get one this season.
By 6 months early. And after the break, a new 3-digit hotline for suicide prevention. We hear from a woman with a close connection to the program who says it could be the difference between life and death.
I wish it was Halloween already, because that means we'd be in October.
Jump past the heat.
Yeah, let's just fast forward. We don't have to deal with this anymore, right?
Is that just humidity out there?
I think so. It's pretty gross. That's what you need to know. Justin will let us know more about it when we come back. Well, new reaction this morning following a story we told you about yesterday. A woman who lost her husband to suicide and almost lost her son the same way is now a suicide prevention advocate and a huge supporter of the new 3-digit hotline number. Kristen Christie's husband took his own life after returning from a deployment in Baghdad. Then years later, her own son made an attempt on his life. Now, with the launch of the suicide prevention hotline 988, she hopes people will find the help they need.
We needed to break down barriers. We needed to make it easier for people to ask for help when they're in that crisis mode, when they've got those blinders on.
Remember, you can call or text 988 if you want to be connected with someone who understands military culture. Just dial 988. And if you are worried about someone, you can call 988 and they will check on your loved one.
All right, turning to weather now. 6:43, 75 degrees out. So we've had this theme of starting in the 70s and then ending in triple digits.
Yeah, there's a few mornings there stretched where we didn't even get below 80 degrees. So this, I guess, is a little bit better. And you guys mentioned the haze earlier. We've got some of that Saharan Dust moving in, and proof here on our KSAT Connect. This is out of Port A, and you can see that hazy sunset. That's what we're going to have today. Probably a hazy sunrise, hazy sunset with this dust in the atmosphere. It's in the upper parts of the atmosphere, and it can sometimes, again, cause some allergy issues, bring the air quality down a little bit. Shouldn't be too bad, but we expect that it'll be bad today and tomorrow before things get a little bit better. Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll see the dust really start to go away. So far this month, we've had above average every single day. Friday was a close call. We got up to 97. We were just a little bit above average, but still above average nonetheless. Yesterday, we were above average, and guess what? We'll be above average most of this week. Average temperature so far this month, 90.2. We are 6 degrees above average and on our way to setting another record for the 3rd month in a row for warmest month on record. We did get up to 107 if you remember last Monday. We've got some hot temperatures headed our way this week. All of this comes as no surprise to you, I'm sure. The weather pattern has just been not so nice to us so far this summer. 77 degrees at the airport, 73 Stinson, 72 Kelly, 72 at Randolph. Not a lot of wind out there this morning. 70s on the map for the most part, 72 in Kerrville, 75 in New Braunfels, 70s here in Bexar County. Rio Medina recording 68 this morning. That's not bad, but we will see a pretty significant warm up. Castroville, you're up around 101 today. Bandera, you're up around 100. San Marcos, 102. Gonzales, 102. There will be plenty of triple digits on the map today, including here in San Antonio. Here's the big picture. We're not getting rain, so who is? Well, you got to go up to places like St. Louis and Cincinnati. That's where the weather pattern allows for these areas of showers and storms. We've got some decent rain up there. A few showers in the Gulf of Mexico, but Texas is left high and dry thanks to our ridge high pressure. And heat advisories are in effect across parts of North Texas, and excessive heat warnings. So places like Wichita Falls and Dallas, they're going to be awful hot today. We don't have the heat advisories. It doesn't mean it's not dangerous. We just aren't there to that threshold. I think we'll be up around 101. There won't be much humidity today, so we won't have those heat indices really jumping up. So 101 here, but it'll feel like 101. You go up to Dallas, 103, it'll feel like 106, and that's why they have those heat advisories in place today. Regardless, it's dangerous heat across the entire state, and that just does not change. Everything's going up and around our ridge high pressure, and it tries to move a little bit closer to us. We wish we could just push it away, get it out of here, but it's like a magnet. It just keeps coming back. And we have a little piece of energy that tries to come in Tuesday. There's just not enough moisture to work with, so we're going to keep rain out of the forecast, and really it's hot and dry all the way through the extended forecast. I really do wish I had better news. This is where we are, and this is the result. So again, dust next couple days, 101 today, 101 Monday, 102 Tuesday, 103 Wednesday, which would be a record, as with 103 on Thursday, 101 Friday, 101 Saturday. We are back in this triple digit stretch. It has been incredible and not a good way to watch this weather pattern, guys.
We thought you said it's like a maggot. It keeps coming back.
No,
Like,
magnet.
You can't get rid of those maggots. And I was like, oh, magnet. Got it.
No, magnets.
Maggots are bad too.
Yeah.
I guess both work.
Thank you.
Both of the worst.
Thank you, Sarah and Justin. Time now, 6:47, 75 degrees out.
All right, still ahead.
Let's
Speaking
go.
of summer heat, it's not going away like Justin just said, like a magnet. But you can treat yourself to cool off. Why today is giving us a special reason to.
Let's take a live look at those roadways. All right, we had 1, 2, 3. All right, so not many people out on the roadways this morning. It is still early this Sunday morning. We know a lot of people out and about trying to get those chores done early. People are going to church. So if you are out and about, drive safe.
Pick 3022 Fireball 1, Daily 7299 Fireball 2.
Cash 5, 3, 10, 11, 18, 35. And your Lotto Texas 15, 19, 42, 48, 49, 50. Here we go. You have any idea how high this is?
Powerball was around 80 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't play?
No.
Need that 100.
Yep.
All right. Powerball numbers 3, 18, 23, 32, 57. Powerball 21. Power play 2. Good luck. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back. So looking ahead, the Texas High School Coaches Association celebrating their 90th anniversary of coaching school in San Antonio. Kicks off today. It goes through Tuesday. Fun fact, the first coaching convention in 1933 was held in San Antonio at the Sheraton. 65 attendees this year. Wow. So they went from 65 in 1933. They're expecting 15,000 people this year.
All right, switching gears. Can you believe we are just 105 days from Halloween? I can't wait.
Who's counting?
And some stores are already getting ready. So check this out. Home Depot is already marketing its 12-foot-tall Halloween skeleton. This is Skelly, and he has been a big hit over the past few years. Have you seen some of these in the yards?
Not yet. I mean, it's only August. They're not even August.
In Olmos and in Elmo Heights, there was a lot of these. So now Other stores are following the lead. Lowe's is offering a 12-foot lighted animatronic mummy, if that's not terrifying at all. And Walmart has a 12-foot scary slim man. I don't know what that is.
It's terrifying.
Target and Walmart offering the 12-foot inflatable ghosts.
All right, so while Halloween is still 105 days away, today we are celebrating ice cream. So dish or cone? Do you go bowl or cone?
I like cone.
Okay.
You get more if you get a bowl.
Smart, okay. So happy National Ice Cream Day. There's always a reason to celebrate. Today is just better than most. Fun fact, 1984, President Ronald Reagan established National Ice Cream Day as the third Sunday in July. President Reagan, known for his love of jelly beans, also proclaiming July as a National Ice Cream Month. The jelly beans was just a fun fact. So Dairy Queen, Cold Stone, Dippin' Dots, Baskin Robbins, all celebrating accordingly. So Sarah, big question. What's your favorite ice cream?
Well, it depends where I go.
Can't just have a simple
Okay,
answer.
well, Dairy Queen had their like red cherry dip cones.
Okay.
Those were really good. But if I'm just doing like anything, I always go like strawberry, or and then I get like gummy toppings in there, marshmallow toppings, or I do just a plain Rocky Road.
Okay. Justin, I'm going to throw it to you. What's your favorite ice cream?
Easily cookies and cream.
Okay.
And you?
Oh, cookie dough. Not even a question. Got to go cookie dough. What's that face? It's the best. I might just eat the cookie dough and leave the ice cream. Time now, 6:54, 75 degrees out.
Here's what's coming up on Good Morning America.
Good morning. Coming up on GMA, the severe weather threat from the south to the northeast. Flash flooding possible and the heat alerts impacting 30 million people. And in just a few hours, that Uvalde report set to be released on the police response in the Robb Elementary School massacre. What law enforcement officials are now confirming to ABC News. Plus, high-speed Formula E taking over New York City this weekend. The full-day festival rolling in as we look at the future of electric vehicles. It's all ahead right here on GMA.
Happening today, families of victims killed inside of Robb Elementary will officially be shown that hallway video from that day.
So this comes just days after the Austin American-Statesman released video and audio unexpectedly. As Lee Waldman explains, the video families will see today, it's going to be very different. Okay, well, we're going to have that video and Lee's report on KSAT.com. But right now we want to turn to weather. So Justin Horn, another triple-digit day.
Another triple-digit day. We just keep just adding to that list. 101 this afternoon. We were at 100 yesterday, so it is going to be a little bit warmer today. We've got the dust in the atmosphere. I want to remind people of that, so you'll notice kind of the haze around today, tomorrow. 102 on Wednesday or Tuesday, and by Wednesday and Thursday, probably our hottest days in record-setting heat yet again. Can't believe I'm saying that, but that's where we are. 103 Wednesday and Thursday, and now we're going to look at what's coming up tomorrow.
For many boys and girls, it's a dream to serve their country, very much like it was for me. Tomorrow on GMSA, we'll bring you front and center the incredible story of a San Antonio native who's made that dream a reality and is now shaping the future of the United States Air Force in more ways than one.
All right, so thank you, Jonathan. Big question, the Saharan dust. It's not actual dust. Like, we can't see the dust, right?
I was complaining of allergies this morning. That's not from Saharan dust because it's not here yet?
It can be.
Okay.
It is here, and you can't see it, but it shows up as a haze in the atmosphere. It's in the upper part of the atmosphere, so it's not like a dust storm coming through, right? Where you're surrounded by dust. You just kind of see the haze, but some of it can trickle down, and it can aggravate some allergies for people who are sensitive to that kind of thing. It's not terribly thick, but it's thick enough to where it is you'll notice it a little bit in the atmosphere. Hopefully it's just a one-day thing though today, a little bit tomorrow, and then we're done with it. Sometimes it can last, these bouts of dust can last a little bit longer.
All right.
Will we see that on our cars or no?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not, no.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you for watching. We're going to take an hour-long break for Good Morning America. Come back, join us 8 a.m. We have Leading SA talking about the newest workforce initiative, a $3 million grant, and what it means for you.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
So we have the latest from Robb Elementary, the latest in the investigation, and we now have a new narrative that the city officials of Uvalde released. We're going to go over the narrative, what they said, and tell you about what the families of the victims can expect to see later today.
Will we have another triple-digit day? Most likely. and most likely the day after that, and the day after that. Hey, but Justin's going to tell us how many triple digit days we've had.
Good morning and happy Sunday. It is 8 o'clock this morning. It is July 17th. So yesterday, alluding to the weather, Mike Osterhage was in and said, oh, we might be able to start a streak of double-digit days, which was great.
Yeah.
That streak lasted one day.
Well, didn't we actually end up getting to 100 yesterday?
Yes, because we only had double digits on Friday, Justin.
One day.
One day.
Yeah, we did touch 100 yesterday. I'm just full of good news over here. We are keeping count of these triple-digit days. We're up to 37 now, if you're keeping count at home. Closing in on third place all time for most 100-degree days. 41 set back in 2013. We're on pace to just beat all of these records, actually. We've still got August and September to get through. And there's a lot more triple digits in the forecast. 74 degrees Kerrville, 77 in New Braunfels, 73 Uvalde, 74 right now in Hondo. It's not a bad morning. There's not a ton of humidity out there. So if you want to get out and about this morning, it's not horrible, but temperatures will warm up pretty quickly. We'll get into those triple digits, yes, later this afternoon. 75 Randolph, 77 currently in New Braunfels in the forecast for today. Takes us up to about 101 here in town. 103 Elmendorf, 101 Floresville, 103 the high in Pleasanton. Here's what's ahead. Yes, we tack on a couple of degrees today for the high temperatures, so a little hotter than yesterday. Saharan Dust is here. We can kind of see that haze in the atmosphere. It thickens today, especially as we get into this evening. And next week, there are far too many numbers in the 7-day forecast. We'll talk about just how hot it may get. Plus, we look back in history, too. That's all coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Well, zero hesitation. That's the message the city of Uvalde reportedly wanted pushed to the public in regards to its law enforcement response to the Uvalde school massacre where 19 students and 2 teachers were killed.
So in a document titled Narrative, a summary and explanation of the day's events written and presented by Uvalde officials during a June 2nd meeting with DPS, just a little over a week after the mass shooting.
Well, KSAT obtained the document yesterday, and it shows that Uvalde city officials attempted to lay out their own version of their law enforcement's response, which has since been under high scrutiny, especially after the public learned it took law enforcement 77 minutes to eventually confront and kill the shooter.
So there were many notable passages from this document, one of which read, quote, 40 minutes were not wasted, but each minute was used to save lives of children and teachers, end quote. The narrative also reads that the shooter would have had, quote, free reign on the school, end quote, if not for Uvalde CISD police immediately being on the scene.
The document also states, quote, not a single officer present, including DPS troopers and Texas Rangers, believed they could save lives by approaching that door and being killed one by one, end quote.
So the New York Times reports that in that June 2nd meeting, city officials took a lot of issue with DPS director when he described Uvalde's law enforcement decision to wait to go into the room as the wrong decision. I believe the words were abject failure. To read more about the document, more on the narrative, just head to KSAT.com.
Well, happening today, families of victims killed inside of Robb Elementary will officially be shown that hallway video from that day. It comes days after the Austin American Statesman released video and audio unexpectedly. As Lee Waldman explains, the video families will be seeing today will be different.
The video being shown today will not have any audio included and will only show from the moment the gunman enters the classroom to the moment the door is breached by law enforcement. Families will see the video privately at 2 p.m. today. According to Representative Dustin Burrows, a press conference will happen at the Civic Center at 4 p.m. The video will be released officially then, and officials will speak with reporters. The early release of the video has received backlash, many families saying they feel blindsided. Uvalde Mayor Don McLaughlin said at a city council meeting it was the most chicken thing he'd ever seen. We'll be in Uvalde today for the release of that video, and our coverage will start on air at 5:30 p.m. Back to you.
Thank you, Lee. And like she said, we're going to have much more on Uvalde and the release of the video throughout the day. In this morning's top stories, a youth basketball coach arrested, now facing charges for being around children without disclosing that he was a registered sex offender. So take a look. 34-year-old Carlos Castillo facing 2 felony charges. Court records showed that police were first made aware of Castillo's coaching position with the Texas flight team by parents of the players. He went on out-of-town trips with the team where one parent claims Castillo allegedly was grooming the boys and asking for goodnight kisses. Now, Castillo admitted to police he did not inform them of his probation or the probation officer of the position that he had been working in because he was afraid of hearing the response, no. Well, back here at home, Freeman Coliseum has gone to the dogs. Literally, some of the nation's top dogs in the Alamo City this weekend for the River City Cluster Dog Show.
Today is the final day of the exhibition. That's where you find our Jonathan Cotto live at the Coliseum with more on today's all-breed show. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Max. I can't tell you how excited I am to be able to be here at the exposition hall. And I'm not alone. I am accompanied by these furry friends and, of course, Michael Shepard. Good morning, Michael. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Michael, we understand that some of the nation's top dogs are going to be here this morning. They've been here all week. What can you tell us about today's event?
Well, every morning we start over, so it's a whole new event. It goes through, to the end of the day, probably around 5 o'clock maybe today will be over. And the dog show just, it's a whole new dog show every day.
Now, Michael, you're a professional dog handler. You've been doing this your entire life, as you were sharing with me. What does your day look like from start to finish?
A lot of brushing of dogs, running around the rings, just trying to get everything shown and in the ring and make them all look good.
Now, we know admissions to this event is absolutely free, except for the parking. Yeah. What can folks expect if they're planning to head out to the expo hall today?
Depends on what they're looking for. If they're looking for a particular breed, there's a superintendent's desk up there. That has a schedule, and they can find out what time that particular breed shows, and they can just come and watch and bring their kids and enjoy the day, looking at a bunch of beautiful dogs.
Michael, talk to us a little bit about our furry friend here right now.
This is Ruby. She's a 4-year-old Corgi. She is a Best in Show winner. She was ranked in the top, I think, 4 or 5 Corgis last year. She's had a really great career. Yeah.
Michael, well, thank you so much. Thank you for speaking with us. We're looking forward to seeing all the dogs perform here today. And we're going to hang out with Michael a little bit more and see you guys again here in the next half hour. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Jonathan. Well, Ready to Work is an educational and job placement program here in the Alamo City with a mission to help thousands of San Antonians improve their quality of life. And get this, recently the program received an almost $3 million grant from the Department of Labor.
So joining us in today's Leading SA segment is Michael Ramsey, the Executive Director of Workforce Development. Good morning, Mike. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. I'm excited to be here.
All right, so Mike, for those who don't know, what is the Ready to Work program and how's it gone so far?
Ready to Work is an unprecedented education and job placement program that we're swinging for the fences on to create a new path forward and change the narrative for a lot of people who have been underserved and underrepresented here in our community. Truly an employer-led economic development and economic empowerment initiative. We have some phenomenal partners with over 200 plus pledged local employers leading the way. Ben Peavy, our chair of our Ready to Work board, along with Peter John Holt, Doug McMurray from the Social General Contractors, tons of input from our local business community, making sure that we stay on focus and on task with providing training pathways that lead to good paying jobs that our local employers want and need. We have partners that are committed to serving the people in this program with excellence, such as Alamo Colleges, Workforce Solutions Alamo, and they're setting unreasonable expectations for our community's growth to make sure that the credentials and skills that are much needed for us to continue to prosper as a community are embedded within our environment.
Well, Mike, Max mentioned it earlier. The program received an almost $3 million grant. So what does that mean for the program and how is that money going to be used?
Apprenticeships are a phenomenal way to add skills into your population. There's been an educational disconnect. On one hand, you have young men and women that are not necessarily interested in finding a 4-year degree. And it's increasingly tough to land good jobs in our high growth industry sectors without more technical and specialized skills. So on the other hand, you have companies and industries that complain that they can't find enough workers to staff their expanding businesses. or a big part of this problem is that, over the last 50 years or so, there's been an overwhelming emphasis on college degrees versus skills. And we have an opportunity to partner with the Department of Labor, to partner with our local employers to grow and expand our pre-apprenticeship and apprenticeship pathways, which are a true tried and tested model of helping people to get the skills that they need without any college debt whatsoever and get placed into high quality family sustaining jobs. And Ready to Work is going to help to expand the awareness of those pre-apprenticeship and apprenticeship pathways, help to provide the wraparound supports necessarily to get people to participate in that earn as you learn model. And we're going to grow that as a potential economic driver here for our community.
All right, so Mike, take us through it. We know that this program is to help educate people, help them get a higher paying job for them and their future family. So what does the timetable look like to get the education and get this apprenticeship?
The Ready to Work program launched about 7 weeks ago. And we've had a phenomenal response with over 3,900 people getting in place and getting into that pipeline to get on track to that better job, that better career, so they can better take care of themselves and their family. We're going to continue to get them served. We're going to continue to connect them with their career advisors to help them to develop that individualized plan that's going to work for their family and their situation. We want to make sure that they're aligned to our targeted occupational areas within our industry sectors that are experiencing growth here in the Bexar County area in information technology, financial services, advanced manufacturing, healthcare, and education. We want to make sure that they've got a solid plan in place with stair steps along the way to help them to overcome any barriers they may face to getting on track in their careers.
And Mike, what comes next for the program, and what does this mean for the future of our city?
We're going to continue our grassroots efforts. We're working with COPS Metro. They're conducting home visits, 500 home visits within our community to make sure that people are aware, the most needed segments of our community are aware of this help available through this free education and training program sponsored by your tax dollars. We're going to make sure that we recruit more employers to the table through signing our pledge in partnership with SA Works and Greater SATX, ensuring that more employers are at the table taking advantage of the talent being produced by this program. We're embarking upon the talent pipeline management framework process with SA Works, getting our finger on the pulse of what occupations our employer need that are most critical to them growing and expanding here in the Alamo City. And this program is going to make the difference in our community by changing the narrative. Changing the narrative that San Antonio is a great place to visit, great place to have a good time on the Riverwalk with your family, to a great place where you can have a well-paying career in a number of growing industry sectors with the assistance of the Ready to Work program. We have partners at the table that are committed to ensuring that you have every resource at your disposal to overcome the barriers that you may be facing to getting your piece of the American dream through the Ready to Work initiative.
All right, Mike Ramsey, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Appreciate the program. And anyone who missed any part of this interview or anyone who wants to sign up for it, read more about it. We're going to have all that information on KSAT.com throughout the morning. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Time now, 8:13, 77 degrees out.
All right, coming up on GMSA, if you're like me and you talk to yourself a lot, there's some good news. Doctors are saying it could actually be better for your mental health. We'll explain.
And the Biden administration extending the COVID-19 public health emergency. We're going to explain why.
All right, 77 degrees at 8:13 this morning. I'm looking over at Justin. Looks like he's updating the pollen count. So maybe he'll have an update for that when we come back.
Welcome back. Let's take a look back in history today. We're going to take you back to 1987. You may remember this one, the Guadalupe River flood. It was near Hunt that they received about 11 inches of rain. The Guadalupe River rose 29 feet. And sadly, I think a lot of folks remember this, or you may have seen some footage of this. The church camp bus was caught in the floodwaters and it resulted in 10 deaths and 33, unfortunately, were injured. It was a sad day, and so much rain fell that morning and just caused the river to flood. It's a good reminder that we can't see floods this time of year, but this year we barely gotten any rain, so that's not an issue. But a look back at 1987 there, and for us, really, the story today is going to be the Saharan Dust. We're going to get more of that starting to move in. It's going to thicken up some, and you'll notice the haze in the atmosphere. We're already noticing a little bit of haze, and then as we get into tomorrow, it starts to thin out some. By Tuesday, probably gone. But it's so just a day and a half here of some Saharan dust may cause a few issues for folks that are sensitive to that kind of thing. As we look out over the horizon this morning, a little bit of haze there. 78 degrees at the airport, 76 Stinson, 74 Kelly, 75 at Randolph, and some light winds at this hour. A lot of 70s on the map right now. 77 New Braunfels, 74 Uvalde, 73 in Pleasanton. It's good to see 70s on the map because remember we had that stretch where we didn't even drop below 80. Well, it's good that it's at least cooling down some, but we will see a quick warm up today. Dew points are in the 60s and 70s. Not as thick of humidity as we've seen last couple of days. Just some drier air by the afternoon means that the heat index won't be, well, it really won't be there at all. We'll see temperatures right around 100, 101, and that's probably what the heat index will be. It'll match the air temperature just because there's not that much humidity to contend with. 92 degrees by noontime. We're up around 100 by 4 o'clock. 101 our high temperature today. I think mostly sunny skies. South-southeasterly winds anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour. Another hot evening too. Let's talk about the tropics real quick. You may have noticed that we haven't mentioned it much at all because there hasn't been anything out there. You look at it right now. There are no waves that Hurricane Center is watching. Nothing of concern. We got off to a pretty quick start, but then things have just really quieted down. If we're going to see development in July, we typically see it in the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico, and then it either takes a track along the East Coast or moves towards the Gulf of Mexico, but it just hasn't happened. We haven't seen that development, and we still have La Nina out in the Pacific, which tends to increase our coverage in the Atlantic, but just nothing to speak of at this moment. And sea surface temperatures are plenty warm. There's enough energy there with sea surface temperatures in the 80s. So when something does form, it'll have plenty of energy to work with. Once we do get another named storm, it will be Danielle. You see the rest of the list there. Earl, Fiona, Gaston, and Hermine on the list next for the 22 Atlantic season. Again, our forecast today around 101. And as we go forward in time here, 101 Monday, 102 Tuesday, 103 Wednesday. I think Wednesday we could be looking at some record challenging heat. The record is 101. 102, the record on Thursday, we're forecasting 103. So Wednesday and Thursday, probably some of our hottest days. We're still in the triple digits going into Friday and Saturday. So we're going to just keep adding to that list of triple digit days. We're 37 today, and we'll get well into the 40s by the end of the week, guys.
Can't wait till October.
Thank you, Justin. Just about 8:21, 77 degrees out.
All right, straight ahead, a psychologist says if you're talking to yourself, it's actually a good thing.
Oh.
Making a difference in growth and mental health. We'll tell you why in just a bit.
All right, so the latest COVID variant, BA.5, is now prompting the Biden administration to extend the COVID public health emergency. So we're going to explain after the break.
In your health news, the Biden administration has extended the COVID-19 public health emergency for another 3 months through October 13th. The emergency declaration has been in place since January of 2020. Its latest renewal comes as Omicron BA.5, the most contagious variant yet, continues to spread. COVID-19 hospitalizations, deaths, and daily case rates are the highest they've been in months. For the first time in weeks, the CDC is predicting a rise in hospitalizations over the next month.
Okay. This is a complicated story. The way we talk to ourselves, yes, talk to ourselves, like talking to myself, it makes a big difference in growth and mental health. Sarah, I'm going to let you take it away because this is a story you've been talking about through the morning.
Okay, so a psychologist and professor at the University of Michigan says the inner voice is a multi-purpose tool that can at times become harsh, self-critical, and not helpful. So he suggests that healthy self-talk is crucial to our growth by helping us focus our attention, rehearse for difficult situations, understand our lives better, and shape our identity. Do you talk to yourself?
That makes sense, though.
I talk to myself all day long.
Yeah, but you do it out loud.
Isn't that what we're talking about?
I think it's like, I don't know.
No, talking to yourself is like physically talking to yourself, no?
Our producer's over this conversation. 8:26, 77 degrees out.
Go Spurs, go!
Go Spurs, go! So Spurs get a big win at the Summer League, but also so much more important than the win, we're seeing some great highlights, great development already from some of the young guys. We're going to explain in just a bit.
Plus, panic on the Vegas Strip last night. We'll tell you what had people screaming and running in fear and what Las Vegas police say was the reason.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Costa. It is Sunday, July 17th.
Good job.
You. I got it.
You got it.
That's what watches and phones are for.
Okay. No, so it's mid-July, but it's really felt this way, Justin, since what, May? Maybe
It's
April?
just like, I don't know what
May.
day it is. It's like we're in this like.
It's like
haze.
Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
It just happens over and over and over. And today's really no different. That's just the way it is. I can tell you, though, that the pollen count is in, and that's changed a little bit. Molds are down. They're in the low category at 400. But as we've said all morning, keep in mind there is some Saharan dust out there today that may cause some allergy issues. 78 degrees at the airport right now. There's enough humidity to create a heat index of about 80. But the heat index won't be all that bad today. I think humidity levels stay down a little bit, especially as you get into the afternoon. So don't expect these numbers to be too big. It is going to be a hot day, no matter how you slice it. 83 degrees at 10 o'clock, 88 degrees at 11 a.m. By noontime, we're at 92. Sunny. We'll get a few clouds by the afternoon. 99 degrees at 3 p.m., 100 at 4 o'clock. And our high temperature is 101 today. Southeasterly winds anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour at times. More of this is on the way, yes. But how hot will it get? We'll take a look at where that heat high sets up and what it means for our forecast going forward. That's in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Happening later today, family members of the victims of the deadly Robb Elementary School shooting will officially be shown video from inside the school on the day that the shooting happened. And this video shows what law enforcement was doing before they confronted the gunman. The Texas House Committee investigating the shooting, they're handling this release of the video to the families. We do know that in an effort to be sensitive and mindful of the family's grief, the video will not have any audio. Our Lee Waldman will be in Uvalde through the day, and she's going to have live coverage right here on KSAT starting at 5:30 this evening.
Well, on the day of the deadly shooting in Uvalde, Father Matthew De Leon, a priest in neighboring Sabinal and dean of the Uvalde Deanery, responded immediately, meeting with children and their families at the hospital. Father De Leon stepped in to help Uvalde because Sacred Heart Catholic Church's priest was away at that time. That work has continued in many ways. At Sacred Heart, there are grief counselors, financial assistance, housing assistance, anything the community could need. On the day of President Biden's visit to Uvalde, Father De Leon helped celebrate that Sacred Heart Community Mass to pray for the victims and survivors. People describe the church as the community's heart, a heart that's broken and trying to heal.
Though we experience these difficult and sometimes unimaginably difficult moments, that helping each other get through it is what helps us to heal.
The resources at the church are in addition to the resources that are available at the Uvalde Together Resiliency Center. We have those details on what's offered there on KSAT.com.
New this morning, 2 people in the hospital after a terrifying overnight crash on the city's northwest side. So take a look. This all happened just after 2:30 this morning. This is Callahan and Evers. Now, San Antonio police on the scene telling us a woman ran a red light, crashed into another vehicle, causing it to roll several times. The passenger rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The driver suffering a broken leg. Now, the suspect, the woman who police say caused the crash, she is now in police custody.
A traffic stop leads Bexar County deputy to discover more than $100,000 worth of meth. That driver is now facing charges. Deputies say 41-year-old Kevin Sauls is facing possession charges. He was pulled over this weekend near I-35. Deputies found more than 23 pounds of meth. They say the street value is around $120,000.
In your morning headlines, we now have new information on the former NASCAR driver, Bobby East, who was stabbed to death at a gas station. So East was a 3-time U.S. Auto Club national champion driver. He won 15 USAC races in 2004. He even dabbled in the NASCAR. So 37-year-old East, he was stabbed at a Southern California gas station. The suspect then shot and killed in Anaheim as officers were trying to arrest him. Now, right now, police say they have no motive for the stabbing, but authorities are still investigating.
Well, panic set in last night in Las Vegas after a loud noise was confused with gunshots near a popular hotel. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police took to social media to say the reports of an active shooter on the Las Vegas Strip were not true. Prior to the police post, social media users shared multiple videos of people running on casino floors and outside hotels after reports of gunfire near MGM Grand. Now, according to police, a glass door shattered causing a loud noise and startling people, staged in the valet area of MGM Grand.
Well, close to 50 Hertz customers, yes, Hertz, the rental car company, well, they're suing Hertz for having them wrongfully arrested and allegations of stealing rental cars. Now, these customers actually just rented the cars. 47 people filing a lawsuit in Delaware claiming that Hertz failed to record rental extensions, as well as falsely claiming that customers never paid. They also accuse the company of failing to track their own vehicle inventory and failing to correct false police reports. The plaintiffs say the practices led to horrific situations with police, including, even in certain circumstances, arrests at gunpoint and even jail time. Hertz admitted in April that several hundred people were impacted by the company's errors, but says it is extending settlement offers to claimants on a case-by-case basis.
All right, if you want a discount, download an app. You want to track your purchases, download an app.
So how many times have you used an in-app or signed an agreement without actually reading the fine print? As 12 on Your Side's of Marilyn Moritz explains, you might be surprised to what you agreed to.
Which app makes you agree not to develop or manufacture nuclear weapons when you accept their terms?
Apple iTunes.
Consumer privacy expert Justin Brookman sees a lot of wacky clauses hidden in user agreements.
You promise not to get drunk on Tumblr's usernames. What does that even mean?
And this one, in the case of a viral infection that causes human corpses to reanimate and likely to result in the fall of civilization.
I guess it means that in the event of a zombie apocalypse, Amazon's not going to sue you. I think in a lot of these cases, the company's lawyers are just having fun.
Fun aside, Brookman says there is a lot buried in agreements that could limit your rights, including some involving posting negative reviews. Take Intel. It says violators will be prosecuted to the maximum extent possible. Intel says it's to protect the company from inaccurate reviews, but hasn't enforced it recently. Many of these clauses may be illegal, but some companies still use them.
I think it's a scare tactic. I think they know that consumers don't necessarily know the law. But if you lie about them, if you defame them, then that's not protected, and the companies have a right to sue you for it.
Some go further, saying you can't sue over a dispute, making you resolve issues outside of the courts. AT&T uses this common language. You are waiving the right to a trial by jury or to participate in a class action. AT&T declined to say why they sought to eliminate class actions, but said arbitration is faster and less expensive for consumers. Consumer Reports says that's not fair and suggests buying products that don't require arbitration when resolving disputes. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
All right, some top dogs are in San Antonio right now for a very popular dog show, and their handlers are hoping their pooches take home the top prize.
Jonathan Cotto joining us live from Freeman Coliseum. The dog show is underway. So, Jonathan, we understand that according to the event schedule, judging is about to get underway. How's it going out there?
It's going really well. I'm definitely hanging out with the top dogs here right now, and the judging is actually in full effect right here. But to talk a little bit more on that is Jennifer Delmer with Bexar County Kennel. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you?
Good morning. Fine, thank you.
So, Jennifer, talk to me a little bit about what's going to be taking place here today. I know judging is underway. What exactly are they looking for?
So we have over 170 of the 200 AKC recognized breeds represented here today. And so we're starting out with some breeds in the ring, and the judge is judging the breed according to that breed standard. So how well does that dog measure up to what that breed standard is? So that's what's going to be happening this morning. And then starting at 2 o'clock, the ones that win the breeds will go into the 7 different groups. And then the winners of those groups will then go into Best in Show probably around 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Best in Show. Jennifer, talk to me a little bit about that. We know we spoke with Michael earlier. He's won Best in Show several times. What does that look like? And more importantly, what does that feel like to be able to take that?
Well, I think it's pretty incredible. I do have a dog that has won a Best in Show.
Oh, congrats.
So, I mean, that's it. That's the pinnacle. You're the top dog for that day. And it's really incredible. It's an honor just to win the group and get in there. But then for that judge to look at those 7 very, very different dogs and pick which one meets the standard the best, it's amazing to watch.
Now, Jennifer, tell us a little bit about how this show has been operating this entire weekend. What has it been like?
So we have a different show every day. So we have Bexar County Kennel Club and Greater Victoria Kennel Club, and we work together for the River City cluster. And so actually we've had a different dog crowned best in show every day. So we had a Saluki the first day, and then a Bulldog, and then last night was a Mastiff. So lots of different beautiful dogs, some of the top dogs in the nation. From almost all 50 states and Mexico, Canada, and some European countries.
Wow. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much. Best of luck today. Wishing you all the best. Thank you for having us. And we'll be hanging out here for a little bit and taking a look at some of the dogs that are going to be here competing and showing off their talents. Max and Sarah, if you thought the station was cold, the studio was cold, it's pretty cold in here right now, but back to you in the studio.
That's one way to stay cool in the heat.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan. I got to ask you, 2 dogs. Did you sign them up for any of the dog shows?
Well, they're mutts, so they're number one in my heart.
Number one, you love it. All right, time now, 8:41, 78 degrees out.
All right, when you go to the beach, you might be ready for some jellyfish, seagulls with attitudes, but a massive sea creature had some beachgoers screaming. Oh my gosh, this video. We're going to explain that whole situation coming up.
Taking a live look out at the Alamo City. It's a great time to go to the beach. Not going to lie to you, 78 degrees out now. How hot will it get today? We're going to check with Justin Horn in just a bit.
KSAT 12 celebrates Military City, USA, powered by USAA.
San Antonio has been called Military City USA for decades, and now we're showing you why we're at the heart of military training for our troops. For many enlisting in the United States Air Force, their basic military training starts here at Joint Base San Antonio Lackland, better known as the gateway to the Air Force.
They step on drill as soon as they step off the bus. And in the 5th week, by the end of the 3rd week of training, they should be pretty proficient with drill movements. But we continue those. We want to sharpen those skills. We want to get that precision, that sharpness, so that we look good in our drill movements and what we do every day.
The new recruits will go through 8 weeks of training to learn important skills needed to become an airman.
So drill is a really important aspect of basic training. What they want to learn here is the discipline that it instills in them, being able to move from point A to point B. Also, being able to move from that point A to point B together as one unit, one team. Before you come into the military, you're civilian, you're worried about yourself at home. You only have you to watch out for. But when you come here, it's a teamwork aspect. You have to consider everybody else in this team and be able to come together and work together as one unity in order to get the mission done.
All right, we teased this earlier. A massive elephant seal.
Video.
Watch the video if you're not watching. So watch this. Beach goers in Baja California, in Sur, Mexico. In this video, oh my gosh, just watch it, obtained by CNN, shows this elephant seal leaving the sea and spending time on the sand of El Coyote Beach.
Justin Horn was telling us that was him after a couple pizzas.
I think we all feel that way, Justin.
So the animal initially stayed on the water's edge, then decides to move closer inland. People start freaking out a little bit.
This little boy in the chair, yep, get up. I would leave too.
I just wouldn't even know how to react to this situation.
Surprisingly fast.
Yes, he's doing.
Those little boys are like, oh gosh, Mom, what do I do?
It's like the dance, like when they're doing the worm.
Or that's just their crawl.
Oh my goodness. He was moving though.
That is
frightening. He can move. If I see like a creature that weighs several thousand pounds.
I want to say tons.
Yes.
We're not fat shaming here.
Pretty fast towards me, I'd move.
That's fair. All right, Justin Horn, speaking of beaches, good day to go to the beach?
Yeah, it is. I want to know what happened next.
Like, probably went home into the water.
He probably ate too much, just wanted to
I thought you were about to say he ate the kid. I was like, that took such a turn.
That did not happen. Whew. That's a giant creature, though. Giant. Yes, it is a great beach scene. Speaking of the beach, Port A, this picture coming out of Port A yesterday on KSAT Connect. A beautiful shot, but it goes to show you we've got some of that haze in the atmosphere from the Saharan Dust, and that's the kind of sunsets you will get, especially down there along the coast. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Thank you so much for sending that in. And speaking of the Saharan Dust, yeah, it picks up quite a bit today. It's going to be over our area, and then it dissipates by tomorrow. So this is just a one-day event, but it is going to be moderate at some points today. So far this month, what a month it has been. 90.2 the average temperature. The average high temperature, by the way, 102. We've been as hot as 107. That was last Monday. We're 6 degrees above average and headed towards our 3rd month in a row of the hottest month on record, which is pretty incredible if you think about it. July is shaping up to be just like the last couple months. As we go outside for you, 78 degrees at the airport, mostly sunny. Dew point is at 67. Feels like 80 with south-southwesterly winds at about 9. And you've got temperatures generally in the 70s at this hour. 77 in Braunfels. We are up to 80 though in Gonzales, 77 in Uvalde, and 79 out in Del Rio. 76 down there at Stinson at this hour. And temperatures will start to turn a corner, warm up here quickly. We make it all the way up to 101. Yesterday we were at 100. We probably add a degree today. And a lot of places will be in the triple digits with some 90s up in the hill country, but you know, the status quo here. Hot, more heat. We look at the satellite and radar here. A lot of rain up across St. Louis, Cincinnati. That's where all the activity has been. These storm systems staying well to the north and tracking west to east. There's a few showers in the Gulf of Mexico, but you'll notice Texas is dry. It is also very hot. Heat advisories have been posted for parts of North Texas. Excessive heat warnings for DFW and Wichita Falls. We do not have advisories here. We don't quite meet the threshold, but you still need to keep in mind it's dangerous heat. I think we're pretty much all used to it at this point, but you know the drill. Drink plenty of water. Just be careful if you're going to be outside. 103, the high temperature in Dallas. It's going to feel like 106 today, and that's why those advisories are in place. The entire Lone Star State is going to be baking once again. Even Houston, a high of 96, but that feels like 104. We just won't quite have as much humidity here, so our heat index doesn't really register. It'll just be that air temperature that we worry about. And as we go forward in time here, high pressure still the big component of our forecast. It really is driving these temperatures up, and it actually moves a little bit closer to us, this heat high, as we get into the middle part and end of the week, which means temperatures only go up. There is really no sight of rain in the forecast, and that is unfortunate. I mean, we need it so badly, and it's just still not there. 101 Monday, 102 Tuesday, 103 Wednesday and Thursday, probably our hottest days. We will challenge some records both of those days. And we end the week in the low 100s. Big surprise, right? Hopefully somewhere down the line, August or something brings us a little bit of change, guys.
I'll take the beach with the elephant seal.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Thank you, Justin. Time now, 8:51, 78 degrees out.
For many boys and girls, it's a dream to serve their country, very much like it was for me. Tomorrow on GMSA, we'll bring you front and center the incredible story of a San Antonio native who's made that dream a reality and is now shaping the future of the United States Air Force in more ways than one.
Good morning, welcome back, and go Spurs, go Spurs, getting a W in Vegas yesterday. Finally, the first win of the Vegas Summer League for the Spurs, beating the Grizzlies 90-87. So they finished 1-4, but like I said, wins don't really matter in the Summer League. We are more interested in production of the young talent, and boy, did we get production yesterday. DJ Stewart coming in hot, 16 points, but the real two stories that we were staring at, 2 first-round picks. Malachi Branham, 23 points. Blake Wesley, not a great day shooting, but he contributed in other ways. 2 of 17 with only 9 points. But like I said, we got the win, Justin Horn, and that's why I'm happy.
Yeah, who's the standout rookie in your mind?
So far, probably Malachi Branham.
Yeah, it's looking great. 80 degrees right now. We're going to be up around 101 today, 101 tomorrow. A little bit of that dust in the atmosphere. Otherwise, it gets even hotter. 103 by Wednesday and Thursday. Pretty incredible. We are keeping this stretch of triple digits going. We've had one day so far this month below 100.
Woo! We got one. All right, so we had the record May, record June.
Yep.
Record July.
It's looking that way.
Justin Horn, thank you for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
Good to have you, Justin.
Have a great rest of your Sunday.
Happy Sunday.